Dye wins the opening tap for Samford. We are underway here at the Pete Hanna Center in Birmingham. The final regular season home game for the Samford Bulldogs. As Slauson tries to jump the passing lane early, lost it. Marshall to the floor, got it back for Samford.
Yeah, we mentioned he's #1 in the SoCon in steals. You can see it there at 6'7", just so active. Going ahead and knocking that ball away.
Yeah, whistle and a stoppage is going to reset the shot clock. It went all the way back to 30. It should have reset to 20, or maybe not even reset at all. As we look at the starting lineups below on the bottom of your screen, you mentioned the experience of Furman. Already talked about Slauson, Alex Hunter, Conley Garrison, Marcus Foster, and Mike Bothwell all lead the Paladins. Meanwhile, for Samford, no Wesley Cardette available once again tonight. Jaden Campbell gets the start for Samford. He and Quez Glover in the backcourt. Jermaine Marshall, the man we highlighted in the open, in the post right now. Over his left shoulder, scores. Samford's on the board first.
Yeah, good little post move over Bothwell there. He's got a little bit of a size advantage there. Marshall does on the inside, able to hit with that baby right hook over the top.
Five-man Slauson brings it into the front court for the first offensive possession tonight for Furman. Paladins play 5 out around the perimeter. Bothwell, Slauson for 3. A little bit strong.
That's what they're going to look to do. They'll put up a lot of threes, a lot of made threes for the Paladins tonight.
Campbell back out front. Glover off the bounce, into the paint, falling away. Off the back iron, but a rebound for Kafis.
Good job getting an extra possession there. You know, Glover's a guy that really likes to go off the dribble. He's been very successful at that this season with the Bulldogs.
Marshall spun, lost it, bodies to the floor. It's Garrison who comes away with it for Furman. And Bothwell wants to push back the other direction.
Furman's actually the best team in the SoCon at causing steals, averaging over 8 a game right now. Samford right behind them, just under 8 a game. So we're just going to see a lot of pressure out there on the defensive end tonight, a lot of active hands.
Dye inside, an easy one, and Samford's got the first 4.
Both of Samford's starting big men have been very good of late on the scoring side, being active inside. And that's how they get the scoring started tonight, the first 4 points from both big men.
Furman trying to find the bottom of the barrel for the first time tonight, and they do. Alex Hunter rattles in a 3.
Just a great three-point shooter for the Paladins. Been knocking those down for years as a senior coming in now.
Hunter, a 41% three-point shooter. Campbell trying to answer. Not quite.
Campbell's one of the best options for Samford on the three-point line. There was a good pass, but wasn't able to knock it down from the outside, that inside-out pass.
Garrison off the side screen, kicks to the corner. Foster drives the baseline and scores.
Yeah, that was a little too easy. Samford's got to have some help side, get over there and cut off that baseline. Foster did a good job taking advantage of that and getting to the goal for the easy layup.
So back-to-back buckets for the Paladins. They're back in front by 1. Just 3 minutes gone so far from Birmingham. Campbell wants another triple try. This one a little bit short. And Slauson once again has the rebound inside for Furman. Garrison in transition, just a little bit strong. Jaden Campbell's got the rebound for the Bulldogs. Glover cutting Campbell. Samford will reset out front with their point guard. The sophomore Quez Glover runs the show for the Bulldogs out front. Marshall inside, through the contact, didn't draw the whistle. And here comes Furman again.
Yeah, Marshall did a good job of setting up on Garrison inside, but a good help side from Slauson to get in there in between him and Marshall in the goal to make that a hard layup at the goal.
Pick and pop, Slauson pumps, attacks. Can't quite finish, and a whistle and a foul on the offensive rebound attempt is going to go against Samford.
Yeah, it's a tough one for Slauson there. Took that layup from probably a couple feet out further than he wanted to do, but it got the contact from Marshall over the back, get a little push in the back there.
So foul on Marshall, his first, the first called on either side, and both sides will make some changes here. Into the game for Furman, Garrett Hean, while Richardson Matre and Jacob Tryon into the game for Samford. AP Pegues into the contest as well for the Paladins, tracked by another Samford sub and Jaron Riley. Shot clock single digits here for Furman. Hunter drives, looking for help, finds some. And at the horn, the three off the mark there from Hean. But an offensive board for Furman. Off the reload, another three is short, but a third crack coming. Hunter this time puts it in. He can't give Furman this many looks from deep.
Yeah, that's just asking for trouble if you're going to give them that many possessions. That many tries a goal in the single possession. They're too good a shooting team to continue missing. Good job by Furman, though, just continuing to work after that ball. You know, on some of those threes, you got to be ready for a long rebound.
8 straight scored by Furman here. Off the handoff, Campbell spins. Really from the corner, answers.
Really is one of the best percentage three-point shooters on the Bulldogs team. Doesn't take a lot of them out there, so that's good to get him going early for the Bulldogs.
1-point game, 5 minutes in here from Birmingham. Good even start for two of the best three teams in the SoCon coming into the night. Another three-point try. This time, Pegues is a little bit strong.
And a whistle here in Birmingham, you only have to glance around the Pete Hanna Center to see the support and the student buy-in Samford has had here recently. But it's not just the fans that tell the story. The extra love is mirroring what's happening and changing on the court. The Bulldogs are closing conference play with a 5-game win streak and closing nail-biters like a professional team. McMillan looks like he has his team peaking at just the right time with tournament play just 8 days away.
Thanks, Eric. Jermaine Marshall gets Samford back in front. First possession out of the timeouts.
You just saw some intense denial on the wings from the Paladins. And what that did opened up a lane for Marshall once he got the ball. Hard to work to get open to get the ball, but once he got it, he was able to cut to the goal for that bucket.
So Anderson running the point right now for the Paladins off the bench. Slauson thought about a three, instead puts it on the deck, but Furman's got to go to work. Shot clock at 6. Slauson straight away this time, just a little bit strong off the back heel. And the smallest guy on the floor, Quez Glover, has the rebound.
Only 6 minutes into the game, Paladins have already taken 9 threes. Samford's shooting percentages have been picking up these last, during this winning streak. Really, they've really been doing a good job attacking the goal as kind of their primary option for scoring right there.
Quez Glover with a nice find inside. Logan Dye has a couple of buckets here early. And after an 8-0 Furman run that gave them the lead, Samford has scored the last 7. Bulldogs back in front by 3. As Pegues runs it out front for the Paladins. Bothwell probing, driving, can't finish. Rebound tapped out. Bothwell runs it down.
Yeah, it was a strong attack at the goal. Did a good job getting it up and absorbing some contact.
And Anderson connects on the second try.
But that is what the Paladins will do, just knocking down threes. Top 10 in the country in threes made per game. That's only second in the SoCon, though, because SoCon's got a few good shooting teams out there.
I was about to say, no conference in the country shoots or makes more three-pointers than the SoCon top to bottom. It's a shot-making league as Quez Glover is fouled trying to shoot his own triple, and he is headed to the line shooting 3 as Pegues got him on the elbow.
Glover's been such a hard guard all year because most of his action comes off the dribble, even for threes. You know, most threes are spot-up shooters, but Quez really likes going off the dribble, and he's got the green light to do it from the three-point line, from 15 feet, 10 feet, or all the way to the goal.
Glover's first free throw is good. Can't say enough about what Glover has meant to this Samford program this year. After 50-plus games at Florida over the past 2 seasons, Glover has come into his own here as a Bulldog, #1 in the SoCon. In usage rate, 2nd in scoring, 2nd in assists. I mean, this Samford offense revolves around number 0.
I think one of the things that impresses me most about him is he does so much off the dribble, pull up, leaning back, twisting, and still almost shoots 48% from the field. You don't see that from a 6-foot point guard, unless they're just a dead-high three-point shooter standing out there. But he's doing it, so much of it on his own, off the dribble. Just a great shooter in those situations, and he earns it. He was out here 2 hours before the game, getting shots up, getting ready.
Samford by 1 after Glover only makes 1 at the stripe. Jaden Campbell back into the game for Samford.
We're talking about how good a shooter he is. We probably jinxed the young man who shoots over 80% from the free throw line also.
Foster. Anderson into traffic, lost it out of bounds. Samford basketball. Substitution as Cooper Kafis is back into the game. He'll replace Jaden Campbell, who has to go to the bench and check with the Samford training staff. So see if that's something to keep an eye on as this game wears on. Glover rejects the screen, gets into the lane, and scores with the offhand.
There it is again, just attacking all the way to the rim. Such a quick first step, quick with the dribble.
Bulldogs back in front by 3, 14-11, 8 minutes into the contest tonight. Bothwell through the switch against Marshall. Got it back, open for 3, and puts it in. First make from deep tonight for the senior from Ohio, Mike Bothwell.
He's the leading scorer for Paladin at 15.2 points per game, and just a consistent player for them. Again, Samford has to find every player on the floor at the three-point line.
Really no Kafis unabated on the offensive glass.
Kafis able to get that and put it back in. He's known for he's a three-point shooter typically for the Bulldogs, and that time got the easy score at the goal.
Cooper Kafis had a season high in rebounds on Monday against the Citadel. An easy offensive rebound and stick back here early against Furman. Bulldogs by 2. Bothwell attacking the body of Marshall. And Glover picks it off. Was Glover in transition. Goes up strong, can't finish. Good defense by Hunter and a...
Samford's shooting percentages have been picking up these last, during this winning streak. Really, they've really been doing a good job attacking the goal as kind of their primary option for scoring right there.
Was Glover with a nice find inside. Logan Dye has a couple of buckets here early. And after an 8-0 Furman run that gave them the lead, Samford has scored the last 7. Bulldogs back in front by 3. As Pegues runs it out front for the Paladins. Bothwell probing, driving, can't finish. Rebound tapped out. Bothwell runs it down.
Yeah, it was a strong attack of the goal. Did a good job getting it up and absorbing some contact.
And Anderson connects on the second try.
But that is what the Paladins will do, just knocking down threes. Top 10 in the country in threes made per game. That's only second in the SoCon, though, because SoCon's got a few good shooting teams out there.
I was about to say, no conference in the country shoots or makes more three-pointers than the SoCon top to bottom. It's a shot-making league as Quez Glover is fouled trying to shoot his own triple, and he is headed to the line shooting 3 as Pegues got him on the elbow.
Glover's been such a hard guard all year because most of his action comes off the dribble, even for threes. You know, most threes are spot-up shooters, but Quez really likes going off the dribble, and he's got the green light to do it from the three-point line, from 15 feet, 10 feet, or all the way to the goal.
Glover's first free throw is good. Can't say enough about what Glover has meant to this Samford program this year. After 50-plus games at Florida over the past 2 seasons, Glover has come into his own here as a Bulldog, #1 in the SoCon. In usage rate, 2nd in scoring, 2nd in assists. I mean, this Samford offense revolves around number 0.
I think one of the things that impresses me most about him is he does so much off the dribble, pull up, leaning back, twisting, and still almost shoots 48% from the field. You don't see that from a 6-foot point guard, unless they're just a dead-high three-point shooter standing out there. But he is doing it, so much of it on his own, off the dribble. Just a great shooter in those situations, and he earns it. He was out here 2 hours before the game getting shots up, getting ready.
Samford by 1 after Glover only makes 1 at the stripe. Jaden Campbell back into the game for Samford.
We're talking about how good a shooter he is. We probably jinxed the young man who shoots over 80% from the free throw line also.
Foster. Anderson into traffic, lost it out of bounds. Samford basketball. Substitution as Cooper Kafis is back into the game. He'll replace Jaden Campbell, who has to go to the bench and check with the Samford training staff. So see if that's something to keep an eye on as this game wears on. Glover rejects the screen, gets into the lane, and scores with the offhand.
There it is again, just attacking all the way to the rim. Such a quick first step, quick with the dribble.
Bulldogs back in front by 3, 14-11, 8 minutes into the contest tonight. Bothwell through the switch against Marshall. Got it back, Open for three and puts it in. First make from deep tonight for the senior from Ohio, Mike Bothwell.
He's the leading scorer for Paladin at 15.2 points per game and just a consistent player for them. Again, Samford has to find every player on the floor at the three-point line.
Really no Kafis unabated on the offensive glass.
Davis able to get that and put it back in. He's known for he's a three-point shooter typically for the Bulldogs, and that time got the easy score at the goal.
Cooper Kafis had a season high in rebounds on Monday against the Citadel. An easy offensive rebound and stick back here early against Furman. Bulldogs by 2. Bothwell attacking the body of Marshall. And Glover picks it off. Was Glover in transition. Goes up strong, can't finish. Good defense by Hunter, and a foul inside is going to go against Jaron Riley. So Hunter's good defense in transition gets Furman the basketball outside of our next timeout, but Jermaine Marshall getting it done inside early for Samford. His Bulldogs on top by 2 through 9 minutes for the Hannah Center. We'll be back in just a moment.
We can meet.
I miss you too.
Not as much as I do.
Fall in love. Even get a mortgage on our phone.
This is it.
Regions has a world-class digital mortgage experience. But if you need extra advice on life's biggest purchase, our mortgage loan officers can help you brave the beginning.
Back here in a busy Pete Hannah Center. Samford on top of Furman 16-14 with less than 11 minutes to go till halftime. The Samford home atmosphere has helped the Bulldogs through this stretch where they've won 8 over their last 9. More than what Samford's been able to do inside this building this year. We send it over to the sideline. Eric Biancalana. Eric.
That's right, Blake. It's really been one of the developing stories each and every week as the home crowds here at the P just get bigger and bigger. Consider this, the win over the Citadel on Monday night. Samford reached their 12th win of the season. That is a 21st century record for the Bulldogs. They've not hit 12 wins past the year 2000. The Pete Hannah is becoming quite the environment to take in a ball game. The investment from the crowds and the students in particular is just on a different level, and you often see Glover, Marshall, and Moore signaling the crowd, asking to hear them, asking to keep the energy high. It's clear the guys in the court love it. Tonight, a chance for one of their winningest home seasons ever if they can get to 13.
Thanks, Eric. 16 apiece. Nice back cut there from Marcus Foster. That's the danger with such a good three-point shooting team, right? They can back cut you when you're overplaying the shooters.
Yeah, Bothwell just drove right by him, drew the attention of the defense on the help side, and found his teammate Cutton on the backside for that layup.
Glover off the bounce, wants to attack again. 2 feet in the paint, a tough take, and it's off the mark. Rebound corralled by Foster.
Yeah, good defense, had a hand right in his face. Didn't quite get that shot up smooth after he spun back. Kind of hesitated for a second, then launched it.
Hunter lost his foot and didn't lose the basketball. And a whistle and a kicked ball is going to be called against Samford.
Ooh, got bailed out there on the ground, lost his dribble on the way in. Yeah. Got a little help there, that's all right. We'll set it up, and Samford needs to set up on defense here. Furman's got 21 seconds left on the shot clock.
Hunter to trigger for the baseline. He, Foster, and Garrison, the 3 guards, along with Bothwell. Sloss in the hands. Bothwell fires and hits. Samford trails by 3 as Furman has 4 makes from deep already.
Yeah, 11 of their first 12 shots have been from the three-point line. Or 11 of their first 15, sorry, have been from the three-point line, and they start this game, and they will put them up from out there.
Logan Dye hands to Kafis, who's open. A little bit short, but on the offensive glass, Jaden Campbell is waiting.
Right place, right time for Campbell. Came straight down into his hands.
Already 2 offensive rebounds and stickbacks for Samford, 3 for the Paladins so far. Something to keep an eye on as this game carries on into tonight. Shot clock at 10 as Hunter comes off the handoff. Slauson against Dye. Spinning, finds the cutting Hunter.
Paladins are the best assist team in the SoCon. They are always looking for the open man, making that extra pass to find the easiest score available.
Dye inside, makes the extra pass of his own. Campbell can't connect on 3. And a whistle and a stoppage as Jermaine Marshall means so much to the Samford program. If there's been one issue he's had, especially over this last stretch of games, it's been the fouls. 4+ fouls in each of Samford's last 9 contests. He's on the bench here with 8.5 minutes to go in the first half, already with 2 personals.
And he definitely has no slow button. I mean, he's all out all the time, and that does get you fouls from time to time. So you don't want to get the extra ones like he just got there when he's laying on the ground.
Bothwell for the mid-range. Can't get it to go.
Samford changed it up a little bit. We came out in the zone that time to give Furman a different look. Made him use the whole shot clock and did a good job of still boxing out, getting the rebound afterwards.
Richardson Matre back into the game for Samford. Jacob Tryon as well. Glover almost lost it off the crossover. Good defense out front here by Foster. Glover turns the corner, can't finish. Tryon on the offensive glass.
Good job by the big man to follow up that shot. Glover got all the way to the goal. He doesn't miss many of those at the rim.
Early bucket for Jacob Tryon, who was honored in the senior night festivities before the contest started. He gets the Bulldogs back within 1.
Samford staying in that zone. Furman's going to want to get that ball to the inside in the middle to attack it, try to collapse the zone.
Slauson in the post against Dye. Nice find, Bothwell. And he had nowhere to go. Has to hoist at the horn and missed everything. Shot
Could be the 7 seed going into the tournament.
The team tied in the standings with Samford coming into tonight. VMI trailing by 14 at home against the Wofford Terriers. So plenty of action to keep your eye on here in the SoCon tonight as Logan Dye gives Samford the lead back.
That slip screen has been working good for the Bulldogs. That's the second time they've gotten Logan Dye dive in after coming in to set a screen, slipping it, going to the goal.
3 buckets in the first half here for Dye. Samford back in front for the moment. Hunter almost lost it, got it back. Here's Garrison. Dump inside, Hean is hammered. Garrett Hean is going to the free throw line.
You get Logan Dye laying on top of you, that's a lot of mass coming down on you.
Easy foul call against Dye as his first, team's 4th. The credit Dye, he was making sure the shot wasn't getting anywhere near the rim.
He didn't argue with that call either. He knew he did it.
First free throw there for Hean, caught glass first.
Looks like he's still feeling it in his neck right now from where Dye landed on him.
Garrett Hean, the Charlotte native, just a 53% free throw shooter. Second is good, so we're tied at 22 as Alex Hunter will check out. Joe Anderson back in for the Paladins. Into the game for Samford, Daniel Loback, another North Carolina native. He, Quinn Ritchie, Jaron Riley have checked in. Go with Glover and Dye. Glover, mid-range, yes.
And that's what he does, pull up right there, off the dribble, stop on a dime, and rise up above, knock down the 15-footer.
Glover leading the way for Samford's offense so far in this first half with 7. He in the high post. Anderson is open. Left it a little bit short. And here comes Quez Glover.
Really's not going to get any credit for this, but did a good job running and running into Slauson, keeping Slauson off that offensive rebound that time.
And Glover bangs in a three on the other end.
And what we say, off the dribble, that's how he likes it.
Just the second make from deep tonight for Samford. Their lead back up to 5. He in on the pick and roll.
What a nice little bounce pass to make sure that he could get that ball through to the rolling man.
Glover attacking again. Beat the shot blocker, but couldn't get it to go. And a whistle and a foul is going to go against Daniel Lopez.
Loback getting a few extra minutes with the foul trouble we have right now with Marshall.
How many times have we seen that from Quez Glover, right? Size up the defender. All he needs is a little bit of space, even at 6 feet, just to get that shot off.
Well, he's just rocking it back and forth, and you got to respect the drive. So that's why you're backing off there a little bit, so quick off that first step.
Glover will take a seat as Cooper Kafis is back in the game.
Yeah, Glover's already got 10 points on 4 of 8 shooting, and missed a couple at the rim that he typically makes.
Inside look, Hean makes the pass to the cutter and a two-handed jam for Tyrese Huey.
Wow, this is a textbook on how to beat the zone. Rotate it over, get the zone rotating, looking away from the weak side, then they're kicking it back and hitting the man, diving to the goal.
1 point game, 5 minutes till halftime. Jaden Campbell back into the contest as well for Samford, hounded by Huey. Back to Riley with the Samford shot clock ticking under 10.
Yeah, Samford's got to find a way to get some points here with Glover and Dye out right now. Have most of the points for the Bulldogs today.
Lobeck tried to get a shot off, lost it, shot clock violation. And a great defensive sequence for the Paladins.
Yeah, great defensive stance, but you can kind of tell the Bulldogs didn't think they had somebody to go to.
One more look here at the dunk from Tyrese Huey. You said it, rotate the defense to one side, and a nice smart cut by one of the youngsters for the Paladins.
Yeah, you can see everybody for Samford going to that right side, following the ball, didn't see the backside, good dive. That's how you beat zones, dive into the gaps or get the ball in the middle.
Samford goes back man-to-man on this possession. Jermaine Marshall back in the game with his 2 personal fouls. Hean thought about the 3, instead attacks the closeout, a whistle, and an offensive foul.
That was a great job by Marshall absorbing the contact on that charge. He took all the brunt of that one. A lot of time you see guys kind of flop back before they're hit, but he absorbed that contact.
Foul on Hean is his first, Furman's 5th. Logan Dye back into the game for Samford along with Quez Glover.
Yeah, for as many reviews we've had already in this game, stopping the play, that's only 5 fouls on one team, 4 on the other. Been a pretty clean first half.
Dye's 3 is good.
Dye's come back this year and just really improved his 3-point shot close to 40% for the big man from outside. Been a great bonus. Missed the first 10 games of the season with a broken finger.
Another cut. Huey inside, can't finish the jam this time. And Alex Hunter to trigger. Conley Garrison on the drive, lost it on the way there. Into the hands of Slauson. And a great find across the floor to find Hunter.
I mean, even when you lose the ball, it goes the right place, right? When you have that many assists, you're getting out there.
3 threes already tonight for Alex Hunter. Got a 2-point game with 3.5 minutes to go here in the first half.
Hunter's made more threes for Paladins than any player in their history.
Dye off the right box against Slauson, a whistle, and an offensive foul.
Dye was trying to back Slauson down there, going into that left shoulder. I think Slauson sold it pretty good. I don't think it quite absorbed as much contact as Marshall got on his charge earlier.
One more look at it from the wider angle.
Oh yeah, he definitely sold that one.
Foul on Dye is his second, so he has to take a seat in both starting big man for the Bulldogs on the bench with 2 personal fouls. Jacob Tryon checks back into the game for Samford. Bothwell and Slauson go pick and pop. Hunter off the handoff, a runner. Back iron. And Tryon's got the rebound. These are big minutes for Jacob Tryon, having to weather the storm for Samford in the post.
Yeah, seniors getting a chance to impact this game here in the first half.
Glover trying to evade the double team, did.
Yeah, Glover got away, got 1 foot on that line. Should have been over and back. Samford getting a little extra possession after this one.
Campbell in the corner for three, puts it in. First make from deep tonight for the sophomore from Ontario, Jaden Campbell.
I'm sure he just let a little sigh of relief out to say, finally, one is going in.
Samford back on front by 5. Garrison. Foster inside. Turning, and he's fouled. Foul's going to go on a reach against Richardson Matre, and it's the 17th foul against Samford. So a 1-and-1 coming here for Foster.
Furman does such a good job of driving the lane, kick out, a pass on a reverse, so driving the lane again, just causing havoc on that help side defense from Samford by the ball movement and the quick drives to the goal. And when you still have to guard that three-point line, that just makes those lanes a little wider to get through.
Foul on Matre, just his first. So a chance for Furman to cut into the deficit here at the free throw line. Foster's first is up and good. Marcus Foster coming off one of his best performances of the year against their rivals, the Wofford Terriers. 14 points against Wofford over the weekend, as Furman swept the season series against Wofford for the first time in over a decade. Second free throw is good. We've got a 3-point game with a little more than 2 minutes left in the half. Glover fouled out front by Hunter.
Still no 1-and-1 yet, so Furman's in a pretty good spot there. Next one from now on, both teams will be in the bonus.
Were you surprised at how well Samford shot the basketball here against Furman in this half? I mean, Furman, one of the best defensive efficiencies in the SoCon coming into play tonight.
They are, but Samford's getting what they want. You know, they're really attacking the goal. They're not settling for a bunch of 3 jump shots that they can knock down some, but they're really more effective when they're attacking the rim. They've done a good job of that today. Have some good scorers inside that shoot great percentages with Dye and Marshall as well.
Glover, step back, his 3 a little bit short. The long rebound caroms all the way back out to Campbell. Glover taking Garrison into the post. The shimmy and the finish. Oh, man.
That's a tough shot there. Sizing him up and doing a little fake spin one way, back the other, with a slight fade on your jump shot. Still knock it down.
Glover has a game-high 13 here in this first half. Slauson off the bounce, draws a double. His pass deflected and intercepted. Here comes Glover. Euro steps to the rim, can't finish. And now here come the Paladins back the other way. Slauson leaves it for Garrison. His 3 off the mark, but a second chance coming.
Yeah, Marshall did a good job of identifying the three-point shooter at the line on that fast break and getting a hand in his face on that first shot. Marshall's got to be careful. Don't pick up your 3rd foul here, the 1 minute left.
Oh, and a big make from Garrison. His first make tonight makes it a 2-point game.
That offensive rebound's huge for the Paladins that time, getting an extra 3 up at the goal.
See the shooting numbers for Garrison so far this year. That mark Bucky McMillan is drawn up on what could be the last possession of the half here for the Bulldogs.
Paladins try to throw a trap to get the ball out of Glover's hands. They like to have the ball in his hands at the end of the shot clock. And let Glover make the right decision there. They did a good job forcing it out of his hand with a double team.
Campbell turns it over. Just the 5th Samford turnover here in the first half. Mission accomplished there for Furman defensively.
Bucky McMillan's getting Marshall out for this last defensive possession. Make sure he doesn't pick up a 3rd here on this possession.
Daniel Loback back into the game. Meanwhile, Furman will counter. Garrett Heenan back into the game for the Paladins. Samford will make one more change as Richardson Matre checks in. Shot clock off. This should be the final possession of the first half. Furman with a chance to tie or take the lead, with Alex Hunter bringing it into the front courts.
Samford settling back into what looked like a 2-3 zone for a minute and then switched to man-to-man.
Garrison from the corner for the lead, not quite. Matre's got the rebound. 4 seconds left in the half. Tryon with a half-court heave at the horn.
Which would be at least semi-satisfied with 5, but some of those have been live ball turnovers leading to those points. You know, you'd rather have a travel, something going out of bounds where you didn't get that fast break started for your opponent.
Second half underway. Samford with the basketball, starting 5 on the floor for the Bulldogs. Logan Dye once again picking up right where he left off.
Yeah, good job just sealing Slauson low, close to the goal. Easy finish at the bucket.
Foster pumps, goes up strong, and finishes over Dye.
Yeah, that's one of those where you know Dye's thinking about it. He's got to be a little careful. Already has 2 fouls. Doesn't want to pick up a third that early in the second half.
Tough finish inside for Foster. He's got 6 early on. Kafis spun all the way around, still made the catch. Marshall. Dye inside.
You can see where you think Samford thinks they have an advantage. Keep going into that post.
Dye spins baseline and finishes again.
Great finish over a shot blocker. Slauson third in the SoCon in shot blocks, and Dye's able to go to the opposite side of the rim and finish.
2 straight buckets for Logan Dye to start the Samford second half as Kafis got a piece of that pass. It'll stay down here with Furman. Get a feeling Samford talked about getting number 22 involved off the box at halftime.
He's got a little bit different body that Furman doesn't have in there. 6'8", that much girth inside, trying to pin players low to the goal, get an easy bucket.
Dye has a team high 13. Bothwell looking for an answer, not quite. And the rebound corralled by Dye, but Glover couldn't keep it in play.
It's falling out of bounds, just couldn't quite get it out to his man. You could tell Dye was trying to be a little careful. Also didn't want to throw it straight to the Paladin player that was right there to give him an easy bucket underneath.
So Furman maintains possession. Shot clock resets to 20. Mike Bothwell out front. Bothwell attacks against Kafis. Can't finish, but the tip is good from Slauson.
Just athletic play by Slauson going to the goal and finishing that one there.
Marshall in transition, can't hit the 3. Hunter brings down the rebound. Furman with a chance to tie or take the lead on this possession. Garrison finds Slauson for a 2-handed flush.
Yeah, Dye didn't get a call. Dye didn't get a call on that charge. Left Slauson wide open underneath.
One more look at the find here by Garrison.
I mean, Furman's always has their eyes up on every play looking for the easy pass when they're driving those lanes. They've been doing a great job of that all night.
Slauson's got 8 points tonight and starting to fill up the box for the Paladins. 8 points to go along with 4 boards and 6 assists. We are tied at 40, just a couple of minutes into the second half.
And that's what we talked about what he does. He does a little bit of everything. Gives Coach Ritchie just such flexibility with what he can do on the court.
Dye lost it. Good double down. Hunter forces the turnover. Slauson in transition. Lost the basketball on his way to a one-handed jam. Last touch by Samford.
I thought that ended up going off Slauson's knee. Kafis knocked it straight into his leg, and then his leg rocketed it out of bounds.
Based on that look, I think you might be right. But it'll stay down here with Furman. Paladins have a chance at their first lead here in the second half. Garrison attacks, Garrison scores, and Furman has their first lead since 21-20.
Does not take many inside that three-point line. That time got to the goal for the layup.
Dye inside once again against Slauson. Spinning and scoring.
Great drop step to the left. Had caught Slauson on the high side. Beat him to the goal.
Garrison in transition, a 3 off the mark, and Dye's got the rebound.
The pace really feels like it's picked up here in the second half. Furman's pushing the ball down the court quickly right now.
Glover tried to get it inside to Die again. This time his pass deflected and picked. Hunter wants to attack, but draws 2 white jerseys and opts to resets.
Samford did a good job getting back to stop that fast break off that turnover.
Bothwell, Slauson, inside, scores again.
And eyes up while they're going to the goal, finding the open man. Dye had come over for help side. They found his man Slauson underneath.
Kafis on the drive, into the lane. He scores with an answer. Back and forth we go. We're tied at 44. Bothwell attacks the seam, look out!
Wow, split it into the middle easy. Samford's got to keep the ball out of the middle. Just one dribble, quick explosion to the rim and finish.
An emphatic dunk from Bothwell. Furman back in front for the moment. Samford looking for another answer. Marshall has one.
I thought for a second Dye had missed him on that back cut. Marshall did a good job coming up for the ball, jab step, then it exploded to the goal on that back cut.
Foster for 3 in transition, no. The rebound fought for and corralled by Slauson. Referee, no travel, and Hunter hits the 3.
I think he actually did a good job not getting the travel. He kind of knocked it away and took his hands away from the ball until he could control it.
Glover on the other end, count it! There for Conley Garrison and his family, and of course coming off one of his best games as a Paladin, as Eric alluded to over the weekend.
Yeah, such a great thing to have his mom recover from that and be able to make it out there for senior night.
49 apiece, 15 minutes to go tonight in Birmingham. Both offensives have started the second half in a blaze of fire.
On fire for sure. A lot of points going up right now.
Hunter, deep 3, no good. Marshall's got the rebound. Jaron really running the point for Samford right now. Quez Glover on the bench, getting a breather.
Samford's already to their total from the first time they played Furman, so having a much better game. Again, they were missing some key pieces in that first game on the road.
Kafis off the handoff, hits. Samford back in front on the first make of the night from Cooper Kafis.
Kafis' three-point stroke is like this homestand. Been knocking down a lot of threes for Samford in the last 4 games.
Hunter probing. Anderson resets. Hunter against Riley, shot clock at 7. Hunter drives, a tough follow-away, missed everything.
Good defense by Riley that time, making him pull up and turn back around and shoot that fader.
Marshall clears the side out, wants to go to work against Huey inside, score it, and 1.
Great move by Marshall there. Knew what he was doing from the moment he got the ball. He was going to be aggressive going to the goal.
Foul against Huey, his first. That's a veteran play inside for Jermaine Marshall.
Yeah, it's just so strong going to the goal. Wasn't going to be denied that time, getting close to the rim.
Marshall coming off that performance on Monday against the Citadel where he had 16 points and 10 boards. He's averaging 15 points and 9 rebounds a contest over his last 5. Marshall's free throw is good. He completes the 3-point play. And Samford has scored 9 straight to open up a lead of a half dozen.
Done that with 2 of the old-fashioned 3-point plays.
Bothwell attacks, a left-hand finish.
Wow, that's strong, getting it up and over Tryon, the shot blocker for the Samford Bulldogs.
That stops the Samford run. Bothwell has 10. Campbell for 3.
Wow, and those really good eyes by Riley that time. Had the double team coming after him and saw where that skip pass all the way to the far corner. Had Campbell open there, and Campbell calmly knocked down the 3.
Second make from deep tonight for Jaden Campbell. Bothwell on the drive again. This time can't finish, but he draws contacts, and free throws are coming.
Yeah, was able to get right by Riley, and Campbell tried to get over in time to make it hard on Bothwell. Got him on the arm for the free throw attempts here coming up for Bothwell.
Ohio native is second in the SoCon in free throw shooting coming into tonight. But his first rattles in and out. That's on me.
It always happens when you tell people.
Yeah, that's on me. My bad.
Again, another one of those seniors that has been here in these situations for a long time for Furman.
Bothwell didn't score a ton last time out, just 3 points in that Wofford contest. They scored in bunches. The game before that, 25 against Western Carolina. He's got 11 tonight after that make at the line. We have a 6-point game with 12:45 and counting left.
Need to note for Samford, Logan Dye is back in the game, has his 3 personal fouls now. Still have over 12 minutes left in this game. He's going to have to be a little careful over there, but they need him to be effective on the offensive end.
Really? Dye inside. Dye collects. Tried to find a cutter and turned it over.
Yeah, he said my bad on that one. He was given the bounce pass to the cutter, but hit him in the foot on that move. If Dye could have just collected himself a little earlier, he should have just taken that strong up over Garrison, but couldn't quite get that ball collected.
So Anderson walks it across. Furman has a chance to cut into this 6-point deficit. Right now it's Mike Bothwell who's starting to assert himself on this end of the floor for Furman. Against Riley. His pass deflected and turned over.
Good defense by Samford. Got a hand on the ball. Logan Dye is able to corral that steal there.
Out front, Tryon finds Quez Glover.
That Furman defense is really extending on the pressure there. Samford's going to have to find things going to the goal.
Like that.
That pressure's extending. It's not as much help side available.
Second bucket of the night for Jacob Tryon. Samford has their largest lead at it.
You feel like you start a second half and you're shooting over 50% from the field, you feel pretty good about it, but then you look around on the other side and the Bulldogs are shooting over 90% to start the second half and build an 8-point lead.
Samford has won 6 straight at home coming into the night. They're on top of Furman by 8. Paladins with the basketball. Jalen Slauson out front. Garrison makes the extra pass. Foster's 3 is good, and a much-needed make for the Paladins.
That 3-point line, and as many as Furman shoots, they can get back in just about any game. 8-point lead is not very much against them right now.
First make from deep tonight for Foster makes it a 5-point game. Tryon against Foster inside on this end. Tryon almost had it taken away by Garrison. Dye there to help out his teammate.
Dye was in the right spot on that one.
Dye, a pull-up, in and out.
I think Dye was channeling his Glover as that shot clock was ending, going off the dribble.
Bothwell's open, his 3 off the mark. Campbell back the other way, nice steal by Tryon.
Yeah, Tryon does a good job just not moving. Campbell used him as a screen, got to the rim.
Foster on the drive, can't finish. Garrison's tip no good. And Furman basketball trailing by 7, a little less than 10.5 minutes to go in this penultimate regular season contest. Garrison from the corner, can't connect, and Dye's got another rebound. Furman just 9 of 25 from deep so far this evening.
Yeah, started off the second half a little cold, only hit 1 so far in the second half.
Glover left wing, trying to dump it inside for Marshall. Marshall pumps, can't finish, but he's headed back to the free throw line.
That's a good job by Samford by identifying that mismatch. Marshall had Garrison on him underneath, tried to lob it over the top because Garrison's denying him on the high side. Marshall's going to be a little frustrated. He didn't finish that 1-2 to go along, get another 3-point chance opportunity.
Fouls against Conley Garrison, that's his 3rd. Jermaine Marshall's first free throw is good. Bob Ritchie's team has been excellent on the road this year, but this Samford club has been so good over the last month plus. They're giving Furman everything they can handle right now. Furman's going to make a change here before this next free throw. Garrison coming out, Tyrese Huey back in the game.
We're doing some staggered subbing here, trying to ice Marshall on the free throw line a little bit, I think.
Marshall's second is true as well. Bulldogs now with 4 scores in double figures already. Marshall's got 11. Glover and Dye have 14 and 15 respectively, and Campbell has 10. Samford on top by 9 with 9+ minutes to go.
Samford starting in that zone, trying to help Dye out on the foul trouble a little bit.
Slauson. Foster on the drive. Tries to get around Dye, can't finish, and Marshall has the rebound.
Yeah, could have been called for a travel on that one too. He kind of stopped, hesitated, then lift that foot up to go around Dye.
Samford going post to post on this side. Matre. Jump stops, Marshall on the cuts. Spinning against Slauson, lost it, got it back, can't finish. Got his own miss inside, still can't finish, and that is last touch by Samford. Furman basketball.
Man, Marshall had to have strong hands just to corral that initial pass. Wasn't quite able to finish at the rim, but I think Samford will take it. If they can keep getting that shot at the rim, they're going to be happy.
So Furman gets a much-needed stop. Now can the Paladins score? Furman 0 for their last 4 from the floor as they try to cut into this 9-point deficit.
Key for this zone for Samford is they got to make sure they're still watching everybody in the three-point line.
Bothwell steps back behind the line. His 3 off the mark. Rebound inside for Huey.
Offensive rebounds have been huge for the Paladins today. 17 second chance points coming off their offensive rebounds.
Trey pokes it away from Slauson. Stay down here with Furman, but the Paladins have now gone over 3 minutes without a bucket.
Samford's got to find a way in this when they're in that zone to keep Furman off the offensive glass.
Bothwell looking for Huey, who couldn't make the catch. Turnover.
Yeah, couldn't quite handle that pass underneath.
Glover, his 3 off the mark. Marshall trying to save it, does, but not to a white shirt. And Furman's got a 3-on-2. Foster leaves it for Bothwell.
Yeah, tough one that time. Glover probably took that 3 a little early, even though he likes to shoot off the dribble, get a couple ball movements before going to that one.
Glover a bit more patience this time, probing. Now fires and hits. Glover has 16 tonight.
That's his shot. There's nobody else in the league that'll take as many of those 15-footers off the dribble than Glover.
Bothwell draws a crowd.
Yeah, had him triple team underneath. They did a good job getting back out to the three-point line, not to give up an easy one.
Huey for 3 scores.
Early in the possession, but then Huey was found wide open in that corner.
That's just the 3rd make all season for the freshman Tyrese Huey. It's a big one to make it a 6-point game. 7 minutes and counting left tonight. Glover against Hunter.
Yeah, lost his dribble just a little.
Matre, Dye inside. Dye goes up strong, can't finish. Good defense inside by Huey.
Yeah, good job by Furman standing up straight.
Of basketball. I asked Coach McMillan what's been key towards their success here after the game on Monday night, and he told me practice. We practice this way. Everything we do is competitive, so it's just another day at the office when the game is close. He called Samford taking home close games a real treat for the fans.
Thanks, Eric. Slauson's pass cut out by Jermaine Marshall. Samford's got a chance to extend their 6-point advantage in a game here in this second half, boy, they've largely controlled.
Yeah, they've just continued their hot shooting and gotten even hotter here in the second half.
And Ty with a flush to make it an 8-point game. Logan Ty having a big night inside for Samford. Bothwell from the baseline, yes.
Good answer by Furman on that nice little 10-foot shot by Bothwell.
Bothwell and Slauson have combined to give Furman 30 of their 62 this evening. Kafis, his own baseline drive. Glover almost ran out of real estate, but he was fouled first. The foul is going to go against Alex Hunter, his second. Logan Ty, Boyd, continues to have a great night inside for Samford. His teammates have been very, very important in finding him.
Yeah, he has had a great night, but I think you just hit the key there. So many of those, he's gotten wide open by good passes to him on the inside. Furman's done a good job. They're trying to deny high side, getting too high, though, to get the lob over the top for an easy finish like that from Dye.
17.6 rebounds for the Samford big man. Bulldogs by 6, less than 6 minutes to go. Marshall against Huey again. Fighting, clawing, kicking, Dye's 3. Off the mark, and a good box out by Bothwell.
That was a good textbook box out there. Made sure Campbell couldn't get after that long rebound.
Bothwell and Slauson, pick and roll, not much there. Foster needs some help. Instead, almost put it in.
Ooh, that's one he's got to finish at the rim.
Dye wants to go to work against Dewey. Dye lost it. Good defense, clawing down by Slauson.
Yeah, they want to find Dye a little closer to the goal, not make him have to take so many dribbles to get in position.
A whistle and a foul is going to go against Jaden Campbell, his second.
Only the third team foul this half for Samford.
Got to say, we haven't had many whistles here in the second half to speak of.
And no official reviews, which we had in the first half, so.
Logan Dye checks out for Samford. Can't imagine this breather will last very long.
We'll now see if the streak continues for Samford. It's under 5 minutes. They're 17-0 in games where they lead at the 5-minute mark. That's part of that being so good at closing games lately this year.
Hunter off the handoff. His 3 a little bit strong. Rebound tapped out to Foster. Hunter attacks this time, makes the extra pass. Bothwell for 3. 3-point game.
Offensive rebounding still hurting Samford. Furman's doing a great job staying after that. Now have 20-second chance points.
Bothwell has a Furman high 18. Glover can't finish. And Furman has a chance to tie on this possession.
Yeah, good job by Bothwell that time staying in between Glover and the goal.
Bothwell's 3 off the mark, and that is last touch by Furman. Samford basketball.
Yeah, Slauson was crashing that offensive rebound. Again, hard. Somebody's got to turn around and find a box out in those zone matchups.
Samford will make a change. One big man for the other as Dye comes in for Tremaine Marshall. Samford maybe trying to stagger those minutes there as we approach the media timeout.
Yeah, I think Marshall's looking a little winded there. Give him a little break. I'm sure he'll be right back in after that timeout.
Glover to the baseline. Kafis. Glover has the mismatch. Big against small. He against Slauson. Glover for 3. Tonight, Samford's lead back to 7. As Bothwell lets it roll before he picks it up.
Samford switched it up, been in a zone for most of the second half, back into man-to-man now to give Furman a different look.
Slauson driving against Dye. Slauson for 3. Off the mark, and Quez Glover cellars in for the rebound.
Good defense by Samford. That's what they want to do. If he's going to think about that 3 and take it on the second little hesitation, Samford will take that. Just got to get the rebound like they did that time. Not give Furman extra shots at the goal.
Marshall post to post. Dye against Huey. Dye draws a crowd. Dye scores anyway.
Just keep that pivot foot and keep moving. Go to the reverse for the finish for Logan Dye.
Samford by 9, less than 3 minutes to go. Hunter drives, and he's fouled by Campbell.
Again, at this point of the game, that's not that bad a foul. If he was Hunter able to get underneath, maybe finish with a reverse, foul him instead, make him reset. I mean, you look like you're trapped. You got about 2 or 3 guys around you. One guy leaves, all of a sudden you've got a spot to the goal. Good job by Dye keeping that pivot foot.
So Furman basketball with 20 to shoot. But the Paladins need a bucket. Slauson. Single-digit shot clock here for Furman. Bothwell has to go to work, but the shot clock at 5. Bothwell drives. Garrison with a nice cut, but can't finish. And the rebound corralled by Marshall on the floor. Campbell in transition, and he's fouled on his way to the rim.
That was just an epic effort by Marshall, man. Laid out, full dive on the floor, controlled himself, and found. Hit one of his players up the court for a fast break.
Crowd on their feet for the hustle by Jermaine Marshall.
He's been known for all effort all year, and he was going to get that one and not let another offensive rebound go to Furman.
That was on Marcus Foster, his second. Jaden Campbell can make this a double-digit Samford advantage. Nice bounce back tonight for Jaden Campbell. Talked about it at the beginning. He was 2 for his last 12 from three-point range over his last 3 contests coming into the night. He's got a dozen points tonight, and he gives Samford an 11-point lead.
I mean, that's just the shooter mentality. You just keep putting them out. They're going to go in. He's a good shooter. Been hitting 40% all year.
Tough take and make from Bothwell. He's got a chance at a 3-point play.
Yeah, that's just a strong move, finishing through the defender there.
Credit to the veteran, Mike Bothwell, who has really keyed this Furman offense in the second half. Bothwell's got 20 to lead Furman. That's his 18th game this year with at least 15 points.
Has also added 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Good all the way around game for Bothwell.
And he completes the 3-point play. So 8-point game, 2:11 to go. Furman's going to show some full court pressure for the first time tonight.
And Furman's getting a little closer to one of their magic numbers. They are 18-3 when they get to the 70-point mark. So Samford's going to have to keep scoring. Can't be happy with this score the way it is right now.
Marshall inside for Dye. Dye going to work inside. Campbell has it rejected by Slauson.
Slauson did a good job reading that one, knowing Campbell was going to go for that reverse and blocked it on the opposite side of the rim with some long arms.
Huey well off the mark. And a whistle and a foul as Marshall went to the floor. Great play by Slauson on one end.
Yeah, he just read that, knew exactly where Campbell was going, running on the opposite side.
But if you're Furman, probably not who you wanted taking the shot down the stretch here. And Tyrese Huey was just 3 of 14 beyond the arc for the season.
You got a lot of guys that have knocked down more than that for Furman this year.
Jermaine Marshall at the line, shooting 1 and 1. His first is good. The transfer from Akron has meant so much to this Samford program. His effort's been infectious, according to head coach Bucky McMillan. Splits the pair at the line, so a 9-point game with 1:35 and counting left.
Got to guard that 3-point line, not give him anything easy out there.
Bothwell's 3 a little bit short. And it's last touch by Marshall. It'll be Furman basketball.
Again, they just keep working on that offensive glass. They get a second shot at this possession. Samford, again, has got to guard that three-point line. Don't let them have an easy one to get back in this game faster. Make them attack going to the goal.
Harrison makes the catch. Hunter, a step-back three. It's good. Huge make from Alex Hunter. Timeout, Furman.
Yeah, tough shot.
Marshall urging the crowd to their feet as Samford come out of the timeout. Kafis gets it into Glover. Glover, a one-man press break, and now he'll reset everybody.
Yeah, good luck trying to trap one of the fastest. Free throws shooting down this last minute and a half are going to be ultra important. They have their best free throw shooter at the line right now in Glover.
Furman foul win against Lawson. That's his fourth. But you're right, Quez Glover, an 82% free throw shooter this year. But his first is no good, so that counts as a stop for the Paladins. A two-possession game as we approach the minute mark.
Now, unusual for Glover, he's only 4-7 from the free throw line today.
Bothwell attacks. Hunter along the baseline. Hunter scoops and scores.
I mean, Samford's having to guard that three-point line. Hunter's able to get in for the two.
Marshall on the bounce, and Marshall is fouled. Foul's going to go against Bothwell, just his first.
It's still just 1-1 for Samford. They really need to knock down the front end of this one-on-one, get themselves a second shot. It'll be two from here on out after this.
Marshall, a 73% free throw shooter coming into the night. Leaves the front end short, so another stop here for Furman.
Two huge one-on-one misses. That means everything's available for Furman as they come down. They don't have to get a three. They can go for a two.
Foster spins, throws it off the glass. No, but there was a foul.
Yeah, call came a little late. I think it's the right call. It came a little late after the slap down by Dye there.
So the foul goes against Logan Dye, and yeah, no question about it.
Coming down to free throws here at the end. Samford's gonna have another chance if they can get the ball inbounded. Protect the ball, they're gonna get fouled. Somebody's gotta go to that line though and knock them down to try to continue stretching out this lead.
So Marcus Foster at the line. Pretty quiet night for Foster by his standards. Came into the night averaging 11 points a game in the month of February. He has just 5 this evening. Knocks down the first.
Yeah, the big crowd didn't bother him with the student section right behind him.
Paladins haven't shot a whole lot of free throws tonight. This is just their 8th free throw attempt this evening.
Well, they stay at that three-point line so much you don't always get those calls going to the goal.
Two-point game, 33.1 seconds left.
Free throw lines changed this game from the misses on Samford's side. Furman calmly knocking down theirs. Now a one-possession game.
Bulldogs get it in to Jermaine Marshall, who's immediately fouled. And 2 free throws coming for Marshall. Marshall 4 of 6 at the line tonight. Trying to make it a 2-possession game again.
Five of 7 now, and Marshall's gotten most of those free throw attempts here in the last couple minutes. Should be loose up at that line. So it's still a one-possession game if he misses this.
Two-possession game. And Samford will make a change as Richardson Matre checks in for Cooper Kafis.
Two big free throws there by Marshall. For Furman, it's still 30 seconds. You could get a quick two and foul again. They also have, like we've talked about all game, a lot of good shooters out there if they want to go for three.
Bothwell against Matre. Kicks. Hunter for three. Shorts. Rebound Marshall, and he's fouled.
That's a good look by Furman as they kick out to Hunter. One he knocks down a lot. Did not get it this time.
And a big ninth rebound for Jermaine Marshall, keeping the Paladins off the offensive glass where they've been so good tonight.
Well, Marshall's kind of owned the glass the last 5 minutes of this game. Only had 2 rebounds about halfway through this second half, all of a sudden up to 9.
Foul goes against Garrison, that's his 4th. Marshall with a chance to extend this Samford advantage a little bit more.
It's a good luxury to have a big man that can knock down free throws at the end of the game when he's the one getting the rebounds.
That it is. Samford as a team 13 of 18 at the stripe tonight. And Marshall makes both. Kafis back into the game for Matre. Or is he? Kafis into the game for Dodd.
Yeah, now you're pretty much in a situation you know Furman's going to be looking at that three-point line first, down 6 with 20 seconds left. Samford does a good job making them catch way away from the goal, use some time up before they even get over half court.
Bothwell spinning. Furman has to get something shortly. Bothwell to the rim, can't finish. Garrison tips it out. Slauson saves it to Glover. Glover lays it in. Icing on the cake for Samford. And the Bulldogs have upset the Paladins.